I just remove the stand from here. Now, this is the initial position of the stand, and that is the new position of the stand, which means I've changed the position of the stand from its initial position to its new position, which is motion. So today we'll be looking at cause of motion. Cause of motion is force. Force is the cause of motion. According to Newton's first law of motion, an object at rest will remain in its position unless it is acted upon by an external force. Force is an agent that changes the position of an object at rest or uniform motion in a straight line. Force is an agent that changes the position of an object at rest or uniform motion in a straight line. There are two types of force: contact force and number two, non-contact force. Number one is contact force. Contact force are those forces that requires contact with the body to which they are applied. They require contact with the body to which they are applied. Example of contact force is push. If you want to push this board, I will apply force, which means there is a contact between my palm and this board. Another example is pull. If you want to pull this board, I will hold it like this and drag it. Number three is frictional force. It is a force that opposes relative motion between two objects in contact. So any force that requires contact with the body to which they are applied is known as contact force. And I've given three examples of a contact force: push, pull, frictional force, tension. So an example of what? Contact force. Number two is non-contact force. Non-contact force are those forces that do not require contact with the body to which they are applied. Another name for a non-contact force is a force field. A force field is another name for a non-contact force. We have various examples of non-contact force. Gravitational force, which exists in a gravitational field. The earth is a gravitational field. That is why when you throw an object up, it will be pulled down by a force. Number two is magnetic force. Magnetic force is the force that exists between two magnets, North Pole and South Pole, North Pole and North Pole of a magnet. And number three is electric force. Electric force is a force that exists between two charges. We can call it electric force. We can as well call it an electrostatic force. So these are the examples of a non-contact force. We said gravitational force, magnetic force, and electric force.